I am officially turning in my 0 running back card and becoming a robust running back drafter. Today, Erik Beimfohr from Spike Week is drafting a robust running back team on DraftKings.com with a whole bunch of running backs early in the draft and see if we can't take down DraftKings Milly Maker for $2 million with a bunch of running backs at the beginning of the draft. Let's do it. All right, guys. Hola, Bindles. Shout out, D-Lou. And yes, for anybody that is joining now that is going to want to hop in this draft here in just a second, we are going to do 1-and-1 draft only. It's a beautiful Friday. I don't want to ruin my entire Friday drafting robust freaking running back teams. We're going to be drafting on DraftKings.com here in just a second. Versaire says, curious to see how exactly you want to define robust running back for this. That's a fair question. Honestly, we'll see. I don't even know what I'm going to define it as. We're going to figure that out here in just a second. Without further ado, let's have some fun. Let's rip it. We're popping on over to DraftKings.com. We're drafting in the DraftKings Milly Maker. We're going to win. We're going to win doing the, 11 out of 12. We're going to win doing the exact opposite of who I am, as Dorito says. Not my general strategy, as everyone knows, but good God, the 103. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. We're taking a running back. Saquon, Bijan, Gibbs, come on down. Get ready. God, I'm truly just like already disgusted that I'm doing this, but we're going to have some fun and see if we can't, in like true seriousness. I think there's something to be said for drafting some structures and such that you don't normally draft, whether that be Aaron Hernandez is in the chat calling me a sick man. So take that for what it's worth. Aaron Hernandez reincarnated thinks I'm sick. So probably true, but nonetheless, doesn't make me feel any better about myself drafting a bunch of running backs. But the point, right? The reason why I'm doing this is A, of course it's fun, but B, drafting teams that go outside your comfort zone, go into some structures or some players or some whatever that like aren't really what you love, aren't really what you feel comfortable doing, I think is a good idea in small doses, at least. Start to get a feel for how you would construct some of these kinds of teams, how you would put together a robust running back team if you're a 0 running back bro. If you love the early running backs, try to draft some 0 running back teams, see how it goes, see how you would put them together. And I think even if you like end up hating the team, you can like learn some things from that process, right? I am still trying to win. Lean into the bit and just pull up Henry. Absolutely not. I am a man with at least a modicum of integrity. I'm not drafting Derrick Henry 3rd overall. I probably won't draft Derrick Henry on this fucking team. Although he is like the poster boy for robust running back. I'm actually kind of happy to get the 103 and take one of Saquon, Bijan, or Gibbs. I also might be able to cheat. As you see, I have drafted Jahmyr Gibbs on DraftKings. I actually quite like Jahmyr Gibbs. I have a non-zero amount of Saquon Barkley. Full hand up. Have autoed. I've autoed Saquon Barkley already. Haven't yet autoed Bijan Robinson. I'm a known accidental auto drafter in best ball. It happens. There goes Saquon. I'm taking Gibbs. And away we go. I also feel like Jahmyr Gibbs is the kind of back that maybe the robust running back guys don't love as much. I'm not saying they don't love Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm saying if somebody's drafting like, say, RB, like 4 running backs in the first however many rounds, I don't think they're really big Jahmyr Gibbs guys, or they don't put Jahmyr Gibbs on those teams as much. Like Saquon feels like like I fucking love running backs, right? Like I'm gonna draft Saquon, Josh Jacobs just feels like a match made in heaven on robust running back teams. Whereas Jahmyr Gibbs, you know, is they're like, well, he splits time with David Montgomery. He's kind of a flashy pass catcher. You know, this is me totally vibing out here on robust running back teams. I'm very unfamiliar. It reminds me, I'm rewatching The Good Place. I don't know if anybody has ever watched The Good Place with Kristen Bell and Ted Danson and Jamila Jamil, and just a really good show. But there's points in that show where, like, so I don't want to give away the whole thing, but there's like demons and such essentially that are running this fake good place, which is actually hell or the bad place. And they're like trying to pretend like they're good or pretend like they're human or understand how humans are feeling. That's me right now as a zero running back bro, trying to pretend like I know what the mind of a robust running back bro really is, which of course I do not. But Jahmyr Gibbs doesn't feel like a robust running back bro kind of thing. So building teams, like the actual potentially insightful thought that I had out of this, which is more than just a TV show that I'm watching, is that building teams that, right, as zero running back bro, building a robust running back team is going to build a different robust running back team than the robust running back bro. Just like a robust running back bro will build a different zero running back team than I would build. And there's actually just like inherent value in that, in reaching into some structures that you don't love, but building them in ways that those structure bros would not build. So that's kind of the point of this whole thing here. I'm probably going to do more of these because I'm trying to branch out and draft some different structure teams, generally speaking, this year. But also like putting my feet to the fire and doing it live on a stream is helpful for me. And we'll see how it turns out. Yeah. Good call. No spoilers, but I definitely spoiled the whole show for you. But what I will say, John, is if you watch the show and then go back, like this is I watched it through the first time, The Good Place. And then this is the first rewatch I've had since I watched it the first time years ago. It's actually fascinating to watch the show again, knowing the truth about what the show is. Actually, it's one of the few times, like I am a rewatch kind of guy. I've watched The Office like 10,000 times. I've watched Parks and Rec like 10,000 times. Like I rewatch my like lighthearted, like kind of comedy sitcom specials very like when I'm going to bed or just popping it on behind, when I'm working or whatever. I had not rewatched The Good Place. And so it was a very interesting little, like, oh, I know how this turns out. It's a different viewing experience the second time. All right. I feel like just Josh Jacobs just has to be on this team, right? I mean, I know Bucky rocks, but do you think Bucky is lesser owned on these kind of like robustian teams? Let's do Josh Jacobs. Come on. What's the fucking point of doing a robust team if we're not going to do Josh Jacobs? Jahmyr Gibbs, Josh Jacobs. Yeah, that's a good call. I do think, like, if you haven't watched it by now, it's 10 years old. What a username. Massive Audio America Latina. Eric, what's your guess on whether there will be overall regression on NFL offenses taking shots downfield, favoring wide receivers over running backs? That's a good question. I actually haven't thought a ton about that. I think what I would say is, like everything in all sports, and let me get real life philosophical. Everything is cyclical. The whole cover 2 teams don't throw the ball downfield. Cover 2 is ruining the NFL. All that bullshit. 2 high safeties. Like 2 high safeties has always existed. I played college football in 2010, and we played 2 high safeties like every snap. Right? Oh, look at that. Bucky comes back. Boom. Jahmyr Gibbs, Josh Jacobs, Bucky Irving. So now what I'm going to say is I reserve the right to figure out what this I'm probably going to draft 4 running backs, okay? But I reserve the right to figure out what that fourth RB is robust running back. That's what I will say. So what does this running back room look like from here on out? I don't know. But I'm comfortable in calling this a robust running back team. RM Cover says one of my favorite teams is a Gibbs, Henry, Chase Brown start. Yeah, that wouldn't be my favorite team, but I do get it. I do understand. I'm gonna draft the 4th. It's just it may not be the 4th that a normal robust running back person would draft. Cobra Kai says good place peaked at the end of season 1. I tend to agree. Season 1 is really good. It's fine after. RGT is in a slow starting. Chase, Garrett Wilson, Chase Brown, Hampton, Burrow. That's not robust running back. Let's see. Pie just got here and missed the look of pain when Erik had to click Gibbs over Lamb. Yeah. Gibbs is my 7th or 8th overall player, something like that. And CD is my 102. So yeah, it's not how I love to draft teams. It's not great. Boofy loves that's a sick name, by the way. Kind of tougher to say than you think. Boof, right? It sounds like booth, but you have a lisp. Boofy, like doofy, likes going 4 running backs to start and not touching them again. I really do prefer. So the reason why I like 3 a little bit more is the 4th guy can't hit your lineup. So I don't love spending like crazy and on another guy who that guy now, one of them at least, can't hit my lineup. I like having the 3 and being like, look, if Gibbs, Jacobs, and Bucky are all awesome this year, they can all simultaneously hit my lineup. And then I only got to fit 3 wide receivers into my starting lineup because I'm going to be chasing wide receiver points given that I don't have a wide receiver yet through the first 3 rounds. Amen, Clint. Happy weekend. 75, almost 80 degrees and sunny here. It's beautiful. No, thank you. I'm too old for whatever the hell kind of jargon you guys got going on. 100%. Dorito says robust feels worse on the PPR sites big time. Big time. You need to watch Cobra Kai is back. Username says you need to watch Cobra Kai if you have not. I have not watched Cobra Kai, but I have heard good things. This is funny. Thanks, Eric. Where did you play college ball and what position? I think I remember you mentioning DB. Do you think playing competitively gives you a little edge playing? I don't really think it gives me an edge. No. I would love to tell you that it does. I think I probably know like a smidge more about. Ooh, okay. Hold on. We are on the clock. What I would really love to do here is get this Eagle stack. I guess the question is did they take quarterbacks behind me? He has Saquon. He has 3 wide receivers. Let's do Hurts. See if Devontae comes back to me. If not, I can just stack Hurts with Dallas Goedert. This is what a robust running back. Why I'm saying that is because this is what a robust running back bro would do. Not 4 straight running backs, but let's not even take a wide receiver in round 4. Worthy goes. Come on. Give us Devontae. If we get this Hurts Devontae stack, this robust running back team is winning $2 million. It's not going to happen. There's just no fucking chance. But okay, Sutton, 2 more. Metcalf, one time. Don't do it. Amora, no. Don't do it. Give us Devontae. Let's fucking go. Bang. This, my friends, is how you build a robust running back team. Yeah, exactly. Pi says pushing Devontae is the also spell it right. That's not how you spell Devontae Smith. Pushing Devontae is the right move. Have some respect for the man's name. It reminds me so my name is Erik, right? But it's Erik. My mom decided to be fancy and not do Eric like most Erics. When people reply to me, like say in Discord or like in a YouTube comment or like on a tweet or in a text or whatever, and they type ERIC, like especially like in Discord, my username in Discord, my display name is Erik Beimfohr, ERIK. And then people will type ERIC. And I'm like, that's just like so disrespectful. It's such an absolute trigger for me. It's like, you didn't take the time to spell it right when you're replying to me and it's literally right in front of your face. Right. I know, Pies, you're not doing that, but kind of. Have some respect. Put some respect on this man's name. He won the Bolitnico. He won the fucking Heisman. Devontae Smith is a baller. The least you could do is spell his name correctly. But I'm obviously messing around. But I agree. Saquon drafter takes Hurts, which is hilarious because like I think the times you want Hurts are probably when he's hurting, no pun intended, Saquon, as opposed to the whole like I'm just going to consume all the touchdowns with the tush push and Saquon. Like I actually think you want to play for the scenario with Hurts that like they throw more and maybe Saquon doesn't have as big of a smash season. So like I love Jalen Hurts. I take Jalen Hurts a lot so far this year, but I don't love him with Saquon. Jonathan is also bothered by I don't care if people call me John, JL, whatever, but if you're going to spell out my full name, spell it correctly. If like seriously, it's just like a matter of decency. I'm sorry, Pi. I didn't mean to turn this into dunking on you. But like if we're gonna have a conversation, have enough, respect for the person that you're talking to. They're gonna spell their name correctly. I get upset when I don't know 100% how to pronounce somebody's name. Not like in personal interactions, but like a football player. Oh my God. I can't. Is Demont really? No, I can't do David Montgomery. That's ridiculous. Okay, let's see what wide receiver looks like. Addison, Olave, Shakir, Pearsall, tight end. No. Let's do Olave. Olave feels like a robust bro pick, though I don't think that they like guys with so many concussions. I don't think they like so many. If you've been concussed like 14 times in the NFL, I'm not sure that the robust. Although they might like that because it shows a lot of toughness to keep coming back, even though you're playing football with CTE. Tough to say if they like Chris Olave. I can't believe I'm hoping for this, but I'm genuinely hoping that Khalil Shakir comes back. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if you see this nice little blue here on your screen, but Khalil Shakir plays against the Philadelphia Eagles in Week 17. Let's get a little Week 17 stack with a wide receiver that I also need. Not like a huge fan of Khalil Shakir, but, if we're building robust teams, let's really robust it. No, thank you. Devontae was fine last year. I mean, the Eagles haven't. So the thing with I love Devontae Smith this year. The thing with the the Eagles overall in terms of the passing game is you just need them to throw more. And I don't know how that's going to happen, but you just need more passing. Like, does the defense get worse? Do they happen to play teams that just score some more points because they won the Super Bowl last year? You play a tougher schedule after winning the division, all that kind of stuff. I don't know how it's going to go. Does Saquon miss some time and they're not going to run quite the same as when they have Saquon? You just need some form of chaos to play out to where the Eagles throw it a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, the Ravens had an elite defense until they didn't, and things happen. Like, guys get hurt. Like, elite defenses are there because they have elite defensive players. If those players get injured, which happens every year, the Lions, like, here's the crazy thing. I don't know if anybody recalls, for the first however many weeks of last season, the Lions had an awesome defense. Awesome. They didn't need to throw because other teams couldn't score on their defense. Aiden Hutchinson was just absolutely dominating, right? Their DB, they spent all their draft capital on defensive backs, but those guys then got hurt. The Lions had like an elite defense last year until everybody got injured. Everybody, the Ravens a few years when Mark Andrews had his absolutely insane season, if you recall, 3 years ago, I believe, 3 or 4, whichever one. The Ravens had an elite defense coming into the season, but sometimes shit just happens. Elite defense, like defense is one of the least sticky things year over year. Because defense, like just in terms of defensive player caliber, is not that sticky. And then if they are a proven really good defensive player, you have to pay them generally. And then, you play different offenses and guys get hurt. It's football. Defensive players get hurt all the time. And so I agree that the Eagles should, again, have a very good defense, but shit happens. The Eagles, just like 2 years ago, didn't have an elite defense. It can change very quickly. Right, but the defensive coordinator doesn't control injuries or his players getting worse. Just shit happens, right? Like the people said the same thing about the Ravens a couple of years ago, and their entire defensive backfield got hurt, right? Just like the Lions last year when Aiden Hutchinson breaks his leg and all their corners are out for the season. Like their defense is no longer elite. Cooper DeJean gets hurt, their defensive linemen get hurt. It's like, oh, no longer elite defense. Smith. We've changed from Devontae because Pi doesn't know how to spell him. 1 in week 17. Can we hold the latest concussions against Olave? His QB. I mean, I'm not holding anything against Chris Olave. I think he's a good football player, and it's not his fault that Derek Carr, king of the hospital ball, ruined his career. But it did happen. So, okay. God, this is when you get to this point in the draft, this is 100% why you don't do this stupid, robust running back shit. Look, I'm just pulling up Trey Harris, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. This team needs some juice. Devontae Smith, Chris Olave, Khalil Shakir are my first 3 wide receivers. I need some upside. Yeah, I have 41% Trey Harris. Honestly, I'm surprised it's only 41. I'm very surprised. This is cruel. I would give up on routes too if I played with Derek fucking Carr. Godwin is not toast. Yeah, it does. So I would normally say this is peak Michael Pittman team, but I feel like I should draft someone that doesn't really fit the team in terms of a robust running back bro team. I'm going to build out a little secondary Bills stack here with Keon. And right, so I have Hurts. I don't particularly like Keon Coleman, but on a team where I need wide receiver upside because I did not take a wide receiver in the first 4 rounds, how can I like manufacture some upside? Is like, well, what if the Bills passing game is just a lot better than we're expecting it to be? They pass more, whatever. Well, I got Shakir and Coleman now, right? They're the wide receivers who would benefit from the Bills throwing more than whatever 485 times or whatever it was that they threw the ball. I need something. Yeah, Cobra Kai mentions Burden. Ayuk obviously was the top wide receiver on the board there. I don't love taking a guy with a blown out knee on this particular team when I'm kind of in need of, I'm going to be in need of late season wide receiver stuff, but I'm going to be able to get that with some of these other picks. Also just don't love Ayuk. So I kind of like the creating a Bills stack without Josh Allen and betting on, look, Jalen Hurts matches Josh Allen, let's say, but the Bills are throwing more this coming season. And who benefits from that? Well, the wide receivers, Shakir and Coleman. Yeah, that's funny. John says, can't draft Pittman. You already have someone with the last name P. For anybody that did not see that, yesterday we started a new show on Thursdays where I draft based on some rule that the Spike Week Discord community decides. And the rule yesterday, I'm doing a DraftKings draft and then a drafters draft on Thursdays. The first rule was I could not draft a play. So every player that I drafted, their last name had to start with a different letter, right? So 20 rounds, every single pick had to have a different letter. And let me tell you what, I needed a fucking nap after that one because your boy ain't that smart, and balancing the different last names is, you really don't like. I didn't draft. I still can't believe this. I didn't draft a player with the last name that started with T, and that would have been like one of the ones. Like I was saving it. I'm sure there were there were obviously guys that went. Who does have a last name that starts with T? Let's see. Brian Thomas, Jonathan Taylor. Who else? See, there's not a lot. And then I got to the end of the draft and I'm like, okay, I saved T, right? Like I saved R, S, or something like that. I'm like, I saved some of these, what I thought would be more popular names. And there was nobody with the last name T. I had to draft Andre Yoshivas and that kind of shit before I drafted somebody with the last name that started with T. So weird experiment, but it was fun. Which team? Oh, so hold on. Sorry. We are on the clock. Oh, God. Najee is like absolutely perfect for this. But I think I'm going to do Evan. Oh, Burden does make sense, though. Do I wait? Let's do Burden. Or no, sir. No, sir. Rashid Shaheed. Build the little Saint stack. This is a way, though, if you build a robust team or you're just needing wide receiver firepower, building little mini stacks within your wide receiver room, right? And saying, something happened. The Saints are a passing offense that we want. Something happened. The Bills are an underpriced passing offense. Doing something like that is like one of the best ways to like manufacture. Like you don't have to love Shakir and Keon Coleman. You don't have to love Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed, but I can like manufacture this upside scenario where like, I don't know, you just want the Saints passing game, just like we did last year for the first month. You just want the Bills passing game, just like we have for every year, for all of eternity of Josh Allen's career, aside from last year. We wanted Bills pass game guys, but they're priced down now because we maybe think we don't want them. But what happens when we do? It's a great way to like put together upside in these rooms. I'm just going to go get Dallas Goedert. I know it's a round early, but he's not going to come back to me. Oh my God, I just drafted Dalton Kincaid. At least it fits. Maybe Goddard will come back. Whoops. But it kind of works. Which team construction are you using most in your drafts this year? Sticking with zero RB after last year we got killed. Well, see, so it's so funny with zero running back that we definitely completed the Buffalo stack. It's so funny with zero running back that like and Pat and I talked a little bit about. I just recorded right before this. Just recorded the latest Legendary Sickos episode with myself and Pat Carrain, and we talked. The interesting thing about zero running back was that the thesis of why we liked zero running back last year was of course, wide receivers are priced up, tight ends are priced down, running backs are priced down, and there was a pocket of running backs that was so good from wherever you would like to call it, pick 80 or so, Swift, Warren, Najee, whatever you want to call it, David Montgomery, James Conner. There was some start of a range down to like Chase Brown or Rico Dowdle or something like that. There was like 25 running backs, and we couldn't for sure pinpoint exactly which one of those guys it would be. Was it going to be Najee or Warren or Chase Brown or Zach Moss or Rico Dowdle or DeAndre Swift or James Conner, right? But there were so many names there that all had so much upside. And frankly, a lot of them had floor as well, that those guys like just represented this like foundational section of the draft that hit. Brian Robinson, right? That just like so many of these guys hit. The problem was that the early wide receivers missed, right? The like outside of Jamar Chase, early wide receiver was a fucking disaster. So when you combine the two, those early running backs really dunked on the later run, even though like if you drafted zero running back last year, your running backs were great. James Conner, Chase Brown, Bucky Irving, Chuba Hubbard, right? On and on and on. The running backs were not the problem. So the thesis of zero running back was really, really good. The problem was the elite wide receivers were not so good. So this year, when we fast forward and we look at the new player pool, the early wide receivers are just amazing. They're not all going to hit. Somebody's probably going to get hurt. Somebody's going to underperform, but they're so like AJ Brown is a second round pick. Lad McConkey is a second round pick. Brian Thomas Jr. now is a second round pick. You could squint and see a season where Brian Thomas Jr. is the wide receiver 1 overall. Nico Collins, Puka Nacua, Malik Neighbors, these guys are superstars. Bona fide superstars, young in their prime. So am I leaning into zero running back again this year, or like zero running back principles? Absolutely, because the superstar wide receiver class this year is maybe the best we've ever seen in fantasy football. And so I'm not going to let a year where Justin Jefferson wasn't as good as we hope he would be, and Tyreek Hill was a failure, and AJ Brown wasn't so good, and whatever. I'm not going to let that deter me from what I think is the appropriate course of action, and thus why we're doing something a little bit more fun with a robust team. But it is not the foundation of my this kind of draft is not the foundation of my draft strategy this year. C-Spot Run says, found myself a few times having multiple Chiefs with no Mahomes. It's one of my favorite things to do in all of drafts is stacking without the quarterback. It's a slam dunk. Look at this. Isaiah likely falls after ADP, plays against Josh Jacobs in week 17. Can you believe it? I need a tight end. I also just like straight up love Isaiah likely. Smash. Sprint to the podium. Yeah, Clint says zero RB was pretty good for me. Rice and Shaheed crushed my dreams. Godwin and Rice, like it would have been a truly amazing season for me for zero running back if Rashee Rice and Chris Godwin didn't get hurt. They're like two of my highest owned wide receivers. Like it was my neighbors, Godwin, Rice. Like those are some of my highest owned wide receivers, and my highest owned running backs were great. Jordan Mason, right? It's just interesting. That's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes Saquon dunks on you and your guys get hurt. It happens. All right, back on the clock. Let's see here. I have a whole boatload of Ferg. I guess I should actually look at quarterback 2, but I'm gonna wait. McMillan, QJ, Dobbs. Unless I want to do no, we're gonna keep pushing. Good God. I think this is the QJ team. For sure, QJ team. Do Robust Bros like Quentin Johnston? They cannot possibly like him, right? They like Wandale. They would take Wandale over QJ 100 times out of 100, right? Hoo-Ha has 5 quarterbacks. Robust quarterback build versus robust. Yeah, I haven't been. Hoo-Ha is picking here out of the 107, right after our good friend Dorito. And he took Ashton Genty, Josh Allen, Chase Brown. This looks fine through 6 rounds or whatever. Ashton Genty, Josh Allen, Chase Brown, J-Mo, George Pickens, Juwan Jennings. But then got to get Mahomes on your Josh Allen team. Marvin Mims, Javonte. Okay, fine. Then you really got to get Kyler, Jordan Love, and Trevor Lawrence. No wonder quarterback is looking gross already. I don't have a quarterback 2, and it's probably because the Josh Allen team took Mahomes, Kyler, Jordan Love, and Trevor fucking Lawrence on their team. Do they? Martin says Robust Bros love Quentin Johnston. That's interesting. Why is anyone all over QJ? What is there to be all over? I don't get it. And what I don't know. How is QJ a robot? Don't robust running back bros like guys that did stuff? Like scored fantasy points? I don't get it. The good thing about you going robust is I can get Ray Davis. Yes, that is a fact. Didn't know DK had Superflex contest. Robust bros love big, tall, wide receivers. I mean, that does make sense, but QJ's not that big. Also, he sucks. They're the robust bros. What I perceive of the robust bros is they hate on all the young guys that we keep chasing, right? Oh, LOL, you keep drafting Kyle Pitts. LOL, you draft Dalton Kincaid. He stinks, right? It's the young guys, and QJ is the epitome of that. He fucking sucks. How could anyone be excited about Quentin Johnston? They drafted Trey Harris too. Is Quentin Johnston gonna play? The guy. They brought in Mike Williams and drafted Trey Harris. Is he gonna play? Yeah, I don't know. Obviously I have QJ. He makes a ton of sense because I have Trey Harris on this team and I have a robust team, but I don't know. I don't get it. I don't even think anyone would at you over that. Mike Williams over QJ. I mean, Mike Williams has been a corpse for what it's worth for the last multiple seasons. The memory of Mike Williams is much better than the reality of Mike Williams right now. Oh, there goes Wandale. That's too bad. This feels like a. Oh my God. Do I keep building the Bills thing with Josh Palmer? Josh Palmer is fucking robust, bro. For sure. Josh Palmer is robust, bro. Let's do Palmer. I kind of like these tight ends, though. Interesting. Martin says, I have my money on he's not going to play. He was pretty effing bad and cost us some games. I caught the us. Chargers fan, Martin. Interesting. I don't know. I haven't met very many Chargers fans before. Right. He stinks. But exactly. I don't know if you saw on your screen, but there was zero. It was all zeros across the board here for my QJ. That was the first time I've drafted QJ in 2025 best ball. I'm not proud of it. But we got to do what we got to do. Damn, there goes Gesicki. Is this dude going to take Strange? Because I really want Brenton Strange on this team. DeAndre Hopkins. Sweet. Brenton Strange it is. Okay. Let's run down the team really quick. 1 quarterback, 3 running backs, 8 wide receivers, and 3 tight ends. I am still going to take a 4th running back. I mentioned that. I got my eyes on a couple guys. But it is Jalen Hurts, Jahmyr Gibbs. Let's do the board. Let's do it in pick order. We took Jahmyr Gibbs, Josh Jacobs, Bucky Irving. Straight RB, bro. Sorry, I have my phone on Do Not Disturb, and somebody just forced a message through, and it triggered me very hard. Jahmyr Gibbs, Josh Jacobs, Bucky Irving, Jalen Hurts. No wide receivers through the first 4 rounds. I don't think I've done that yet this year. I don't think I've done that. I have definitely not done that this year. Devontae Smith. We get into the wide receivers. We got the pretty sick little Devontae Hurts stack here. Olave, Khalil Shakir, Trey Harris, Keon Coleman to go with our Bills thing. Rashid Shaheed to build a secondary Saints stack. I like it. Dalton Kincaid was supposed to be Dallas Goedert, but, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Isaiah Likely, I'm not worried about it, so you shouldn't worry about it. I actually kind of like Kincaid Likely on this team. It's fine. Quentin Johnston, secondary Charger stack. What could possibly go wrong with QJ? Josh Palmer, more Bills, and Brenton Strange to fill out the tight end room. Going to get one more running back. Got to get another quarterback and some more wide receivers. Do robust RB bros like DK Metcalf? I would assume so. I would think so. He seems like very robusty to me. Martin is a Charger fan from San Diego. Stayed loyal. Respect. Another Jamie Chargers fan. We got Chargers fandom in the chat tonight. I didn't know that Southern California people really cared about football. Thought we left that for us hardworking Midwesterners. I'm not putting your message up there, Pi. That's a little bit aggressive. This is a family-friendly channel, despite the fact that I do curse. We're trying to keep it PC. Not your ridiculous comments. that is definitely true. That lady is hilarious. The Asian Chargers fan gal is too funny. I knew it. I just now realized this, that Dorito took my guy Will Shipley here. I pretty much knew that it wasn't going to come back to me, but a man can dream. A man can dream that he would get Will Shipley. All right. If Tyler Shuck doesn't come back to me here, we're going to have some serious problems. Come on, let's move it along. If you went to a Chargers game in San Diego, you would know. Can you what do you mean by that? I love San Diego. It's probably my favorite city in the US. My favorite city to go to, at least. I mean, just beautiful. What a phenomenal city. Never had a bad time in San Diego. Never had bad weather in San Diego. Yeah, it's a robust running back team. I can't get too worked up over Will Shipley when I drafted 3 running backs to start. But it is unfortunate. Got my eyes on look at this. Look at all that Pat Bryant. What did you say? You just answered my question with Pat Bryant. What was your question? Sorry, I missed it. Late round wide receivers. Yeah, I like me some Pat Bryant. God damn, San Diego, stand up in the chat. One of the craziest football games you could go to. Makes Philly games look like Disneyland. That is an aggressive claim. Philly folks, if there's any Philly folks in the chat, they are going to attempt to fight you through the internet. They are going to punch, and because they're from Philly, so they probably will like punch their phone or their computer monitor because, you know, it's Philly. But they're going to try to fight you over the internet. All right, we're going to take IO Manor here. Little week 17 correlation popping up here. Don't have him with a bunch of the guys I've drafted here. I don't have him with my QB one. I don't have him with my RB one. I don't have him with my tight end one. I don't have him, I don't have him with most of these guys. So IO Manor, good fit. Oh, right. Got it. The people demand Jalen Lane. I'm not a big Jalen Lane guy. Jalen Lane is like 5'8", 170 pounds. I don't particularly care that much that he's popping at camp. He's probably the exact kind of guy who pops when he's facing defenders that aren't allowed to touch him and tackle him because they're playing without pads. He did get a lot more draft capital than I thought that he would, but I just don't foresee a way in which Jalen Lane is a true difference maker in fantasy football. He's like, his ceiling outcome is like Pop Douglas, or his ceiling outcome is probably Wandale. And like, if your ceiling is Wandale, I'm not overly excited about that. He definitely could work for I'm not saying he's not going to play. I'm not saying, I'm not saying there's no reasons for optimism, but Jalen Lane was pretty bad in college, and he's a little fella, real little. He's like a gadgety kind of like slot receiver guy. I have been to Philly several different times. I have not been to an Eagles game, so I can't tell you that, but I've been to Philly several times, and it is also hard for me to believe that a Chargers-Raiders game makes an Eagles game look like Disneyland. That's difficult for me to believe. I'm not saying that you're lying. I'm not saying that you're wrong. It's difficult for me to believe. Someone got killed once, and at least 5 to 10 fights would pop up in Raiders-Chargers games. I just think, isn't that just like an Eagles game, though? Like a normal fucking Eagles game? Like, that's what they do. It's like a Bills game. Like, those people are crazy and like not mentally well. That's good. Learn something new about my SoCal. Yeah, this is a great, excellent, very underrated best ball sicko comment. Nolan saying, "Damn, I need Tyler Shuck is me every fucking DK draft." When the quarterback thirst happens, I mean, Russell Wilson, Shador, and Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco just got drafted. So that tells you about what happens in some DraftKings drafts, especially when the Josh Allen team. Did the Josh Allen guy take? No, okay. At least the Josh Allen guy is 5 quarterbacks. Hasn't got to 6 yet, but give him some time. We still have 3 more rounds to go. We'll see if the Josh Allen guy can get to another quarterback, even though they've all been drafted. Nope, Tyler Lockett. This is the most fitting shit I've ever seen in my entire life. Raheem Mostert, Darius Slayton, and Tyler Lockett for the guy with 5 quarterbacks on a Josh Allen team. I'm sorry if you're watching. I apologize, but you know what? Sometimes it's deserved. I've drafted bad teams too. Who the hell is going to be my last running back. Let's hold off and let's do Jalen Royals on this team. There's absolutely no freaking chance. There's no chance that the Robust Bros like Jalen Royals, right? So I was wrong about QJ. The Robust Bros like QJ. L taken. Hand up. There's no way they like Jalen Royals, right? Is this you? No chance. I agree. Martin says no chance they like Jalen Royals. Okay. Slam dunk, run to the podium. De'Ami Brown, last wide receiver. Now I'm on to my last pick, which is going to be my fourth running back. This is how you draft a robust team. 100% how you draft a robust team. Alec Io Manor, Tyler Shuck, Jalen Royals. Get my boy De'Ami Brown on here. Mix and match with the tried and true robust people, which is apparently QJ, but also Josh Palmer. Just a stone cold smash. Oh, God. Someone is at my door. 2 seconds. Oh, I made it. So, quick backstory: my wife is in Miami having a good old gals trip this weekend, and here I am stuck here by myself. What a rough life drafting fantasy football teams and watching after my dogs. But I've tried to restructure some of the audio so you guys don't hear my dogs barking like absolute fucking crazy. And I don't know if it was the Amazon man. I don't know if it was, yeah. I don't know if it was C Spot Run saying, Jehovah's Witnesses or something. It's definitely not Jehovah's Witnesses, but that was terrible. Perfectly timed, but my dogs will 100% sit at the front door, and bark for 10 minutes if somebody knocks or rings the doorbell. So there was absolutely no chance that I would be able to just sit here and continue finishing this stream with no help in the house. It's really first world problems. I like it. Does Mahomes own part of the Royals? I feel like I heard something about this. But I could be totally wrong. I love my dogs, but they are watchdogs like a mother. They are the kindest, sweetest dogs you've ever met. But if you're thinking about infringing on their territory, which is this household, good fucking luck. Because it ain't happening. About to be on the clock, and I'm excited to draft one more running back. We are on the clock. Let's see. I do love me some. Who was I? I had somebody in the back of my mind. How much time we got? 10 seconds. Dude, Miles Sanders is such a fucking killer pick on these teams. But I straight up do really want to do Jordan James. There it is. This, my friends, is how you draft a robust running back team. That's crazy. Part owner, Patrick Mahomes. All right, let's run this team down, and if any, we can draft a BBM team if anybody wants to draft a BBM team, a 20-second BBM team, and we'll also do a robust team there. Jahmyr Gibbs, Josh Jacobs, Bucky Irving, got the old Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith stack, Chris Olave, Khalil Shakir, Trey Harris, Keon Coleman to get nice little Bills. We got a hella Bills pass game stack going here. That I'll be honest with you, I actually really like on a team like this. If we're lacking for wide receivers at the top, let's build for some crazy thing where the Bills end up throwing a bunch more. Khalil Shakir, Trey Harris, Keon Coleman, Rashid Shaheed, right? Saints stack, Dalton Kincaid, Bills stuff. Isaiah Likely, QJ, some more Chargers, right? QJ, Trey Harris, Josh Palmer, Brenton Strange, Tyler Shuck as my QB2, Alec Io Manor, Jalen Royals, De'Ami Brown, Jordan James. I mean, I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you. That's the winning best ball Milly Maker. That's it. Problem solved. Don't draft any more Milly Maker teams. I wouldn't. All right. Why is it showing? Let's refresh. Let's hop on over into a BBM draft. How about we'll do a 20-second. We'll do a 20-second BBM, and I will oh boy, we need 9. 8. We need 8. Let's see if we can fill 8 more spots in a 20-second BBM. Yeah, the 20, and it should go quick and fill quick. But I'm drafting a robust team, so we don't need the extra 10 seconds. Like you're just drafting some fucking running backs, and then you're gonna draft a bunch of wide receivers. Sawston, 0% of the Royals. I don't own any of the Royals either. Cheers, Dorito. Have a great weekend. I do straight up like that team, by the way. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone that I like the Jahmyr Gibbs, Josh Jacobs, Bucky, Jalen Hurts. Jesus Christ. I can't believe that I like that team, but I kind of like that team. The idea of building oh shit, here comes a Saquon team. You know what I should do here? If I'm gonna do a robust team, I should either pull Gibbs up and do do Gibbs with a funky pairing, or pull Genty up. Let me think about this. It's easy to just say, oh, just take Saquon. And of course I like Saquon, but on robust teams, I should say. But like the robust bros, that's what they would do. I really should pull Gibbs or Genty up. Versaire in here with pick 12 is the nuts. That's an interesting idea. I'm game for this. Pull up CMC. Wow. Just take Saquon, you coward. Mark, this is an interesting. I respect it. I'm gonna do Gibbs. I better hurry though. I'm gonna pull Gibbs up and try to get a unique combination with Gibbs. This is me also being admittedly very selfish because I actually want to have some Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm not quite as excited about the other first round running backs, so I can accomplish getting some of the running back that I want, and also accomplish this robust running back goal at the same time. Hopefully get a little bit of a different combination, of course, of Jahmyr Gibbs. Genty, it was either going to be pull Genty up to the 101 or Gibbs. Amen to that. Gibbs definitely has legendary upside. A lot of good tips in here. There's a lot of sharps in the chat. This was a phenomenal idea. This was a phenomenal idea. This was Shuby being a dick. Good. This was a great comment. I am a coward. I'm running on fumes today, though, gents. Ladies and gents. First world problems. Took the wife to the airport at 5 a.m. this morning. Could not for the fucking life of me go back to sleep. I mentioned I watched like 6 Good Place episodes when I came back. That's why it's so top of mind. I could not go back to sleep. Apparently, that's what these are the boomer things that happen. This is a great point. It is not even June yet. Sharp hangout lobby. I'm with you guys. You guys are too sharp. I would prefer if you were not so sharp because not for your comment. I prefer your comments in the chat be sharp, but the fact that you constantly get in all of my drafts is less ideal. That you're very sharp. Damn, Versaire gets Genty, Nico, BTJ London, Neighbors, AJB. Oh, Butter did pull up CMC. I like it. Oh, Butter is going to challenge me to a robust RB off. Taking CMC Bowers. I like it. But yeah, it's so incredibly lame. Mention the wife is out living her best life with her friends in Miami this weekend. And I'm going to be asleep at like 9 o'clock. Got to walk the dogs and give them dinner, order some dinner, and pass the hell out. No basketball tonight. This is old man shit. Mike Butter here had to hop in while I'm working on a weekend work project. Yeah, exactly. Off the hook, Fred. I hope you didn't come here for super fun vibes. Damn, what just happened? I'm trying to draft the robust team. South took Brees. Oh shit, I'm not paying attention. Shit. Trey McBride. Okay. Okay. Can I do a robot? Yeah. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the T McBride bullshit at the 2-3 turn, or at the the 2-3 turn with Gibbs, and still build this into a robust team. Suck on that, robust bros. We're gonna figure out how to take a tight end and a wide receiver in rounds 2 and 3 and still make a robust team. Dude, seriously, this was an awesome idea. Martin had the idea to do Jamar Chase at the 101 and then draft 4 running backs, which I thought was a legit, like, really fun idea, especially for a stream. If I had done that, they all got wiped out. What the hell just happened? Normally, these are like wide receiver heavy rooms, but Brees, JT, Bucky, Jacobs all went before me at the 2-3 turn. I couldn't build a robust team if I wanted to. Obviously, I could take Chase Brown went at the 302. So this is just like crazy running back room. I mean, man, South got Rashid to come all the way back to him. Marv falls back. Devontae falls back. JSN falls to Butter. Butter gets CMC Bowers JSN. What the fuck? Pardon my French. Shuby gets Neighbors AJB Tyreek. Jeez. This is not the room to be the robust bro. These are the rooms I dream of as a zero RB bro, and I don't get to capitalize on it. Eddie says he's seen JT and HN go in the first round. Sauce says robust RB is the new sharp structure. Apparently. You should just announce you're going robust RB every stream. Now this I can get on board with. This is some good meta. I'm just going to do every single stream with a similar robust RB thumbnail and then dupe people. This is the robust RB. If you would like to come join in, we're the robust RB community. If you would like to come join in, come over here and draft and let everybody draft all these running backs. And then I'm going to get the sickest combinations of wide receivers and Bowers and McBride. I'm into that idea. She went to bed with the sun still up yesterday. The sun is going down at like 8:30 now here. So it's gonna be very close. I'm thriving off caffeine today. All you're missing is steak, pizza, or chicken wings. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. Exactly. This is why I'm having a robust RB bro draft stream. Imagine still drafting 0 RB teams. Didn't you see last year? There's genuinely no chance. God damn. Run of quarterbacks there. Yeah, I wouldn't quite call them Jedi, though. The Jedis were far smarter than I am. Damn, we're going to draft another Devontae team? No. Okay, Burrow goes. That's fine. All right. We're going to do... Here come these. Hey. We're going to do... Oh, my God, that dog. We're going to do Joe Mixon and RJ Harvey. How about a little RJ Harvey robust RB action? Hold on. Unbelievable. Can't a man just draft a Gibbs, Mixon, Harvey robust team? Side note, this is a much more fun, robust RB team. We got T mixed in there. We got a superstar tight end in Trey McBride. I feel much more confident in saying this is not how robust RB bros build their team. This is definitely not how you would build out of the 101. It's a very, very unique, robust team. I'm into it. For the audio listeners, I know there was a little chaos there. You probably heard some dogs barking. Jahmyr Gibbs, Trey McBride. So we pulled Jahmyr Gibbs up to the 101, right? We're going to build a different version of the Jahmyr Gibbs team and turn it into this robust thing. Well, the second round had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 running backs that went in it. Derrick Henry, Breece Hall, JT, Bucky, and Josh Jacobs all go in the second round. So We make a small pivot. We take Trey McBride, T. Higgins, which, by the way, is a Week 17 matchup, and come back knowing at the 4 or 5 turn, there are some running backs that we're going to like. Mixon, Harvey, Travion Henderson, Chuba, Ken Walker. Those guys are available there. We do Mixon and RJ Harvey. So now we got a little Gibbs, Mixon, Harvey with Trey McBride, T. Higgins. Yeah, I mean, this like has to be the first combo of this. I would be shocked. Yeah, I would be shocked if this 5-person combo what existed in Best Ball Mania right now. I'd be pretty shocked. It's not impossible, but it's pretty freaking unlikely that anybody has this start. Eddie says I have a Barkley, JT, Jacobs team that is almost impossible to draft right now. Damn right it is. Now is the time to do this kind of stuff, and it's fun. Amen. C-Spot Run. Also incredible. Avi, those dogs are hella cute. Shuby likes this room. I'm sure you do, motherfucker. You got George Kittle at pick 57. Good Lord. This is a 0 RB bros wet dream. This room. Because I'm not taking any of the wide receivers. Normally you'd be in here, we'd be duking it out. You never would have got some of the, you wouldn't have got Kittle. Although I guess I did take McBride, but like you wouldn't have got multiple of those players. Pearsall goes. I'm going to do Diggs. I know I'm going to do Diggs because I want to set up May. I do not want to draft Jerry Jeudy. So I'm going to do Matthew Golden. Do you think the Robust Bros like Matt? There's no way the Robust Bros like Matthew Golden, right? It's not that it matters. This team's unique as shit as it is, so who cares? But I find it hard to believe that a Robust RB Bro would draft Matthew Golden. Stephon Diggs definitely makes some sense, but I need the rookie juice, right? Like getting some rookie upside from Matthew Golden. Bobby says Reed over Golden. I also have Jaden Reed over Matthew Golden, but Matthew Golden is for a team like this. So here's where I'm coming from. From a team like this, Jaden Reed is Jaden Reed. I think he's a fine football player. He certainly has spike week upside. Jaden Reed is never going to be like a superstar fantasy wide receiver. He just really isn't. He kind of, I don't want to say he is what he is because he's more than that or has the potential to be more than that. But like Jaden Reed is just never going to be CeeDee Lamb, right? I don't think Matthew Golden is that either. I'm not a big Matthew Golden fan. If you followed when we did all of our pre-draft content and all that kind of stuff, not a big Matthew Golden guy, but he's a first-round rookie wide receiver in a very wide open and ambiguous wide receiver room. The Packers are a good offense. Now they don't throw a lot, but who knows? In games maybe where they do have to throw, if Matthew Golden is very good, he's the kind of guy I think you want to take the swing on, right? When you have a team that needs wide receiver upside, that's the kind of guy that I would like to take a swing on. Like I have T. Higgins and Stephon Diggs as my only 2 wide receivers on this team. Those guys are not upside swings. They're like, Diggs can have upside at this price, but Stephon Diggs is never going to be Puka or something like that. So I need like a swing on my wide receiver room. So he also sets up Jordan Love. I know Jaden Reed does too, but Lameek, is that how you say it? Lameek? Why why not totally sure on your question, but 55 catches on 75 targets and 857 yards. If Jaden Reed ever sees 100 targets in his regular ground, he smashes with. Yeah, I'm not saying Jaden Reed is a bad pick. I'm not saying he can't have a good season. What I am saying is that Jaden Reed is just never like there is this mystery box part of being a rookie wide receiver, but particularly being a first round pick rookie wide receiver. I don't expect that that Matthew Golden is going to be that guy that's going to be this superstar. But I'm not right about prospect evaluation all the time, right? Sometimes these guys come out of nowhere with like mediocre college metrics, and maybe they take this crazy leap at the NFL level. He's a first round pick. Jaden Reed was not. Jaden Reed is I think a good football player, but he's just never going to be like the focal point of a incredible passing offense. He's like a good weapon to have, not so much he's just never going to be like a first round pick or a second round pick in fantasy football. I think I'm going to do Kyler. I have not even taken Kyler yet. So let's do Kyler. Ibuka also feels like, ooh. Do I do Ibuka or do I go back to being a Trey? Let's come on. Trey Harris. Come on. What's the point of robust running back teams if you don't draft Trey Harris? Honestly, it's Lameek. I said it right. That's hilarious. Did you get me some? I could use it because I'm drafting 2 robust running back teams. I'm just drinking some fucking seltzers over here. Mr. says Reed cost me BBM4. I had Dobbs and Fareed had Reed. Oh no. Dobbs goes out and smashes the Cowboys. That's brutal, man. Jay Andy. Eric, it feels like also appreciate you spelling my name correctly after the tangent I went on earlier. So shout out to you. It feels like the week 15 to 17 correlation discourse is much less intense than it was last year. Did the sicko community... this is a loaded question, but a fair one. I have long been the proponent for 5 years, at least us here have talked about week 17 for a long time. But the thing about week 17 or like you said, playoff correlation is that it's a nice to have, not a plan my draft around type situation. It's like when the guy is already like one of the best picks, or it can be the tiebreaker, right? It can be the tiebreaker when I'm on the clock. It can be the I'm choosing between Josh Palmer and Quentin Johnston, and Josh Palmer makes more sense on this team. Let's tie break to the Bills-Eagles game. But it's just the tiniest little boost. And I think overall the best ball market, the best ball sicko community, as you appropriately said, has probably gotten out over their skis. I know some of my good friends from my old I'm still in the DFS world, but it specifically when I was like really hardcore in it, like totally mock the week 17 thing. And I think rightfully so. I think it's become a little bit more of like a fun thing to talk about. So that's why it's gotten as much hype as it has. But it really is, if I had to like totally classify it, it's really more of a tiebreaker. You don't take shittier picks over good picks because of week 17 correlation. And I do think some of our sicko opponents do that sometimes. And that's a mistake. But it can be a helpful tool in like there a lot of the times in these drafts, there's guys who project the same. They're like very, very similar. Like maybe you think Trey Harris and Ibuka and Jaden Higgins are all the same. So side with some right, whether it's they correlate with you have their quarterback on your team, or they correlate in a week 17 game. That's a great tiebreaker to use. But that's really all that it is. We don't need to go seek out week 17 game stacks, and it has never been more than that. But I think it's possible that in communicating the fact that it's a thing, we've probably been a little bit wrong about how we've communicated. I'm not. I just. You know who is a robust bro pick? The most robust ass wide receiver pick of all time is Christian Kirk. I guess the question is, I've already taken Kyler. I should take one of these quarterbacks. It's just, do I do Herbert? Okay, Herbert. I got 40% with Herbert, May. I said I was going to set up May. Let's do May. I have so many Herbert Trey Harris stacks already. I need to get a little bit more. May. Shuby says week 15, 16, I hope to volume my way through those rounds with multiple teams. When it comes to week 17, I'm lucky to have one team, so I just focus on 17. I'm with you. I don't even I have other than right the beauty of the tools that we built, like with the draft hacker, is I obviously I couldn't have the slightest idea. I had no idea who plays each other in week 15 and 16. I don't even have the week 17 schedule memorized because I don't fucking have to, because I draft with the draft hacker on, right? You see on your screen, it's like, yeah, Justin Herbert plays the Chiefs, the Cowboys, and the Texans. And if I have players on those teams, it's going to light up, right? Blue, as you see here, Stroud, blue is correlated with a quarterback. Orange is correlated with a non-quarterback. It's like, I don't need to memorize them. If I'm deciding between two guys and that one has zero correlation, I think that I'm deciding between two guys who are the same. One has zero correlation and the other plays my quarterback in week 16. Sure. Cool. Like, I'll use that as a tiebreaker. It's a great way to break ties, but I'm definitely not going out of my way to stack week 16 games. It's just unnecessary. There's 16 teams in a BBM pod in week 16. Like, we don't need to do that. C Spot says best ball keeps growing so much and things keep changing year over year. Strategy is constantly evolving. Amen to that. Jay Andy says, I consider myself a sicko, so no shade to anyone. Oh, no, you're good. You're in the right place. We can poke fun at ourselves and joke about stuff. That's what we do. But it's all love. Benny loves the GM it is almost 6 p.m. local time here, and Benny loves the GMs. Benny for sure owns a bunch of Bitcoin. Or probably still owns Top Shots. Benny, how many Top Shots do you own right now? The people need to know. GM is a timeless greeting for crypto bros. Whoa, really? That's shocking. Good for you. I have owned NFTs. I've regretted almost all of them. I did sell the top on Top Shots. Shout out to me. I have not sold the top on all the NFTs I've ever purchased, but I sold the top on Top Shots, and I'm incredibly proud of that fact. I mean, I think we'll take this fall on Njoku to go with McBride. That works. And this has to be the spot for the running back, right? Unless look at all that Ray Davis. How is Ray Davis on all these fucking teams? Trey Benson does do that, or do we do Josh Palmer again? Actually, I'm gonna skip these running backs and do Josh Palmer because I don't have him. I literally don't. If you saw, I didn't have Josh Palmer on any of these teams. I don't have Palmer on Gibbs, T, McBride. I don't have Palmer on any of those. So, as much as I do like the running backs that were there, I'm gonna go ahead and pass. Shout out Jay Andy. Spike Weeks Hacker is easily the best draft companion out there. Many have tried to replicate it. Few have succeeded in a way. that we have. Shout out to Hacker who built the Draft Hacker. It really is. I mean, I'm obviously incredibly biased, but the amount of customizable options and the things that you can do with the Draft Hacker, like there is nothing like I've seen the other ones. It's no shade. There's a lot of great people. Like there's a ton of great people putting out best ball tools, but I just think that what the Draft Hacker offers is better than and it's not a competitor to like the pick recommendation tools. Like those are great. Shout out to the if you want to have something that's going to help tell you kind of who to pick based on rankings and the site's logic, there's great tools out there for that. But that's not what we ever wanted to build. We don't want to build something it doesn't make it wrong. It just means we want you to be able to like, what do you want to see? I don't have all the answers. You shouldn't be relying upon what Erik says or what the Spike Week team says is the best pick. We want you to decide like what's important to you, right? For me, you see on my screen, it's all the like combinatorial exposure stuff. That's what I care about. I'm constantly trying to massage my portfolio to make sure that I have the combinations of things that I want, right? I want to have teams that represent what my actual thoughts are about the season, not like all of my Justin Jefferson teams are the same. All of my Jamar Chase teams are the same. All of my CeeDee Lamb teams. That's not what I want. But if you want to, use like there's Spike Week percentage, Nuclear Week percentage, and player age, and there's so many different things that you can display on there. That's what our intent was with the Draft Hacker. So enough of me rambling, but oh my God, is this not the most perfect thing you've ever seen in your entire life? For anyone in the Spike Week Discord, Cedric Tillman is the most robust RB bro ass pick, as is Adam Thielen. Actually, hold on. Who took Shipley? Who took Shipley? Which one of you motherfuckers took Shipley? Come on. Who did it? Who took Shipley? I'm gonna pull up the board, and I'm gonna get angry. Oh, you son of a bitch! Come on, man. I was gonna take him at 169. I was gonna take him at pick 169. I can't even get Will Shipley at pick 169. You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm with you. God damn it. Like my entire goal is to have like the most insane bag of Will Shipley, but I stream a bunch of drafts and I can't remember the last time I got Will Shipley. Fucking unbelievable. God damn it. Told my wife if I lose our life savings on best ball, it's because Erik from Spike Week told me to do it. This is not financial advice, responsible gambling, all that stuff. It is funny because best ball is like the most high variance, form of sports speculation we can do. And people like get mad when it doesn't, like when you don't make money. It's like most of us are not going to make money. If you break even, it was a good season in best ball. Some of your best, your favorite drafters have had terrible seasons. Dude. Shuby says, the go-to excuse I'm going with is the savings are gone, so I could qualify for the Gladiator program. Took out a HELOC so I could be platinum in the Gladiator program. I appreciate the fact that Underdog is putting out some form of a rake back system, but we'll just leave it at that. It was humorous. Yeah, this is true. JT says you can get him easily, aka Will Shipley, in Superflex. And I am doing a bunch of Superflex drafts. Just did a Superflex draft Wednesday. So it's on the channel if you want to go check out a Superflex draft stream. It is here on the channel. Broke down some Superflex strategy for Underdog specifically. The Superflex drafts are wild. I don't know if I'll get to max, but I'm probably going to max the Superflex puppy. It's $1 million prize pool. It's pretty awesome. Man, is Dark Horse Hunter gone too? Who took Dark Horse Hunter? Guys, Versaire. Unbelievable. Shit. Now I'm not paying attention. Oh, okay. We got Diami in. We're good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do Woody. I'll do Woody. Woody is RB4. It's okay. I got Diami. I need Versaire's going into witness protection. I'm gonna find out where you live for taking all the guys I want from me. On a positive note, I'm trying to load the Diami Brown bag, so this is fine. Eddie says, is 4 QBs in a row meta for Superflex? Those dudes' teams have 4 QBs and the rest of the team is not good. Straight ass, as he says. Yeah. No, I cannot get behind how a lot of people draft the Superflex drafts, but that's why we're piling into it. Is I think there's a lot of edge in the Superflex tournament because people just start and only draft quarterbacks off the rip, and we can exploit that so easily, man. I can get a bunch of superstars at wide receiver, running back, right, tight end, and I can still have good quarterbacks. You can take some shots on later quarterbacks. Like I have a bunch of Kenny Pickett. I'm not proud of that, but like I can get Jalen Hurts and maybe a middling quarterback, and then like a Kenny Pickett, a late quarterback if you prefer Daniel Jones or Joe Flacco or whatever is fine. There's so many ways, and like you can have like CeeDee Lamb on that team and Puka Nacua, Saquon Barkley, Jahmyr Gibbs. Like you can put together teams with all these superstars and still a good quarterback room, while so many of your opponents are drafting like, and they'll take like 3 quarterbacks to start a draft, and they don't even have one of the elites. They'll take like Mahomes, Jordan Love, and Trevor Lawrence or something. And it's like, you didn't even gain anything, and you can only start 2 of those guys in a given week. I don't know. I'm not saying I've solved it because I absolutely have not, but I do think that it's quite exploitable, the Superflex tournament. This is for sure. You guys have made sure that we can't have nice things around here. Let's see here. Get the old 2-4-9-2. Exactly as everyone would expect. I'll be honest with you. I like this team. Also, we have Kyler Murray and Drake May at quarterback, Jahmyr Gibbs, Joe Mixon, RJ Harvey, and Woody Marks. The old handcuff your Joe Mixon team in a robust build. Certainly unique. We can pretend that it's good because it's unique. T. Higgins, Jesus Christ. This wide receiver room makes me sick. T. Higgins, Stephon Diggs, Matthew Golden, Trey Harris, Christian Kirk, Josh Palmer, Cedric Tillman, Adam Thielen, Diami Brown. This is the most robust ass wide receiver room. All right, we are I took Io Manor in the last draft, right? So let's do Ty Felton in this one. Take a different rookie 3rd round pick. Shuby's RBs are bad, he says. D-Lou wants some sauce. All right, we'll just quickly. I just ran down mine. Where's D-Lou picking out of? The 104, building a little bit of a robust team as well. Bijan, JT, Terry, Amari, and Hampton, George Pickens. Jesus Christ, dude. How many fucking running backs did you take? Bijan, JT, Terry, Hampton, Pickens, Connor, and Judkins. Mooney, Ibuka, okay. Kyle Williams, okay. Dak. Oh, yeah, Pickens, okay. Dak with Pickens. Herbert with who? Herbert with no one. Penix to D-Lou. What in the hell is going on here? Alec Pierce, Hunter Henry, Darius Slayton. Are you going to score any wide receiver points? Were you interested in scoring any wide receiver points on this team? I mean, you got running back, quarterback, and tight end locked down, but not. I'm a little worried about your wide receivers. Versaire says, really fun draft. A lot of value in the middle. Shuby has an amazing wide receiver room. Shuby has Malik Neighbors, AJ Brown, Tyreek Hill, Travis Hunter, George Kittle, Rome Odunze, Isaiah Pacheco, Josh Downs, Caleb, and you have Rome, right? Yeah. Caleb stacked with Rome. Charbonnet, Jaden, Blue, Tank Bigsby, Tua, Braylon Allen, Cam Ward, DJ Giddens, Chig, Miles Sanders. You ain't kidding. Those running backs are fucking terrible. And no, those wide receivers are not nice. I disagree. But we're obviously just having a little fun. I don't dislike any of you guys' teams, but we're having some fun. Butter's out here stacking Raiders and Giants, so it could be worse for all of us. It could be worse. I just built 2 robust running back teams that I kind of like. Maybe we're going to have to make this more of a frequent occurrence. Don't tell anyone that. Don't tell my fellow Zero RB bros that. But everyone enjoy your weekend. Be on the lookout tomorrow for a new episode of Legendary Sickos, where Pat Corrine and I talk about our favorite ways to construct rosters in the 2025 Best Ball climate. And Rob will be with you on Sunday morning for a new Sunday Sickos draft on Drafters. Thank you guys for joining me. Have a wonderful Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. This was a ton of fun, even though I drafted a bunch of running backs. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Woo! Those were some spicy takes. Want to stay up to date with all of the other spicy takes we're going to have over here at Spike Week? Why don't you press that subscribe button below? You turn notifications on, we draft a team, boom, you know about it. We have another spicy take, boom, you know about it. You can be there. You can draft with us. You want to stay up to date? That's how you do it. All right, we'll catch you later next time here at Spike Week.